Hey y'all, it's VJ.
It's James.
And this is
A Sip
and a Shot. Woo, 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 woo. We are back, and as you can see, it's your favorite girls.
Just the two of us.
Just the two of us.
We love our guests, of course.
We love our guests. We love everyone that comes in. But you know what, friend? Sometimes I miss you.
Yeah, I was like, but we love each other. You might not see it all the time on the show.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
But there is definitely some love here. And we haven't spent too much time with each other this week, so we are in somewhat of a good mood so
We're
far.
in a great mood. Yeah. And we're not going to be with each other this weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, my bun is like.
But also like,
it's like a break.
Yeah. But this is a good week because it's VJ's birthday week.
Yes. I am feeling it. I'm ready for it. I don't know. You know what? I should listen to last year's episode.
Should listen to last year's episode. Well, last year's episode, if you haven't listened to it before, it was a hot schmiggity schmess towards the end.
It got bad. It started out like high, and then I don't even remember what we talked about.
Me either, but I know the drink was a pink champagne margarita, and boy, was that an experience.
Yeah, we made a whole picture of it.
Yeah.
But I will say, going into, do you want to do the drinks and then do the get deep, and then we'll start our topic?
Okay.
No. I will say
it's your week.
This.
Do your thing.
Oh my God.
Your week. It's our show. We do what we want to do.
Yes. I will say, going into this year's birthday, I feel a whole lot better.
Hey.
And I just want to shout out to all of my friends, my family who have been there consistently. Like, it's been a crazy couple of years. And I will say all of my friends are still my friends. If not closer than we were before, and you couldn't have even imagined that.
Exactly.
You know? So I'm excited about this birthday and everything that it has to bring. And I will work on my birthday questions.
Oh, yeah.
For next week, because I still have a little bit more time to think on it. But I'm happy. Happy birthday to me. The girl is going to be 30 plus. I'm trying to figure out if I want to do like I'm 30 plus or give my actual age. Because I feel like I'm at that age where it's like.
I wasn't going to tell. I was going to let you lead it.
Well, thank you, sis.
You're welcome. I mean, it's your age to tell. I mean, we'll be the same age. It's not like we're different ages. I'm just saying, like, well, it's her age to tell.
So, I'll be over 30. No, I'll be 31. Because I love getting older. So, either way, it's going to be good. Happy birthday to me. Yeah. I almost bought a crown in, but I was like, we'll wait on it. We'll sit with it. Okay, these drinks.
Yeah.
I'm excited about these drinks. I'm excited about one.
Which one are you excited about?
The shot.
Same. Okay, because I'm very nervous about the sip.
I'm very nervous about the sip. We'll tell you why we're nervous about the sip after we take the shot.
So the shot is called Bang Bang Shooter. It has
Big Bang.
The Big Bang Shooter. The Bang Bang threw me off music wise. So it has overproof rum, triple sec, spiced rum, simple syrup, orange juice, pineapple juice, and a dash of bitters on top, which it doesn't have for these.
Oh, you didn't put it in I thought you put it in.
I put it in one of them because that's how you finish it off, but I didn't put it in the rest
You
of
put it in both, so you just didn't add it to it. So it has like half the amount of bitters.
It has half the amount of bitters.
And they're cherry bitters, to be more specific.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
cheers to the good.
Cheers to the bad.
Cheers to all the things we wish we had. Clink, clink, clink.
Overproof rum. You can always taste. It's not.
You know what it tastes like?
What?
It tastes like the drink you made this weekend.
I made a drink this. Oh, I did.
So Jay made us a little pregame drink for our KB's listening party this weekend.
Woo, woo, woo.
Had so much fun there.
Yeah.
And this is what that tastes like, actually.
Yeah, but it did have some similar ingredients, a lot less.
She didn't tell me what she put in it, but
I did.
You told me it was overproof rum. You didn't tell me everything. And mango.
Yeah, I put a splash of overproof rum. Finished off the bottle of Winter Jack, and then some mango puree juice, and then topped it off with a little bit of Sprite.
This one actually tastes like it wasn't Sprite. It was the sparkling water.
No, it was Sprite. I didn't have any cold sparkling water.
That's what you brought in the car. Was it was Sprite?
Sprite Zero. Thank you very much.
Oh. Okay. Anyway, so Big Bang Shooter tastes like overproof rum, but like a orangey kind of
I think it tastes like a little watered down OJ.
Yeah. I didn't get too much like pineapple juice.
It's giving fuzzy navel.
It's giving fuzzy navel or a screwdriver.
Screwdriver. Yeah. It's giving more.
Yeah, it's good though. It's something you can really.
It's not bad. I don't know if I would want it as a shot or if I would want it as
you
like
can
a drink.
Get nice to this. You feel me? You can get really nice to this.
Take it or leave it.
Now this I'm actually excited about a little bit. Well, nervous about because we made it up.
More nervous about. We wanted it to be strong.
Yeah.
The name is Boy STFU.
Yes.
Scary already.
Shut the fuck up.
Terrifying. And in it is.
You want me to pull it up, friend?
Yes.
Or you got to memorize?
My brain is gone. I'm in vacation mode already. So there's whiskey, spiced rum, gold tequila, razzmatazz, VJ's like fave, lemonade, and then a little sparkling lemon lime soda.
Yeah.
Okay. I like where you're going with this.
And we topped it with some, added some raspberries in there for a little razzle dazzle. Cheers.
Cheers, friend.
Well, by golly, that ain't bad.
Bitch, that's a good ass drink.
That is not bad. Surprisingly, not bad.
What was the main liquors in this again?
It's three main liquors.
Is whiskey, spiced rum, and gold tequila. We were doing something kind of like, you know how there's like a Long Island iced tea, but we want it to be dark liquor instead of all the light liquors that are in there.
I like what you're thinking.
And yeah.
Y'all
might have to get on that.
You know what? We're excited about what the years bring. We might have to switch some things out. In that, we might have to switch some things out.
And
because it feels light. It's not like heavy.
Correct.
Yeah.
Which I wanted to add more razzmatazz, but now I'm glad that we held off on the razzmatazz because the razzmatazz might have switched it up a little bit.
Sure would have. This is a good you know how you might be at the bottom of your liquor cabinet, you just had a function or something, and you got 3 bottles left, and they all got a little bit of alcohol, and you're I can't make a drink with this.
Just this.
So you just put them all together. Wow.
Yeah. And you
Look at
can.
that. A hodgepodge.
Well, go us.
Yeah, we're amazing.
This is really great for Boy Shut the Fuck Up because you're just going to want to sip it.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what we've been trying to do? Make sure that our cocktails are unisex.
Yeah.
Sometimes I know we have kind of girly cocktails, but
we try to bring in a little something for everybody.
We try to nigga it up a little every once in a while.
We try, do a little something for y'all.
Yeah.
So our topic today
dun, 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 dun.
is another table talk.
Another table talk.
Yeah.
So we have a list of topics and shit that we want to talk about.
Yes.
That we have not talked about, and this was one. Not too much titty action. This was not. This was one that we wanted to do and just haven't had opportunity to do.
Yep.
And it comes from all the talk about what do you bring to the table, and men specifically asking women, what do you bring to the table, as, I don't know, maybe a first date question.
Yeah. And another episode you should go listen to is asking all them questions, where we give you a good list of first date questions. This, I don't know that this is one of them.
It's not on the list.
It's definitely
that
not
I
on
can
the
tell
list.
you it's not on the
we
list.
Might need to do a part 3. I feel like we did 2 parts.
I think we did 2 parts.
This drink is really good. I'm sorry for cutting y'all off.
No, it's okay. Cool. I'm glad you like it.
I know again.
But yeah, and it seems to come around consistently, and I'm honestly overseeing it on social media. It just becomes a battle, but we also like starting drama in our chat room. So, you guys can spill the beans and get in on the conversation. Per usual, you got to come to pluggedinradio.com or watch on Roku. The chat only works on Plugged In Radio though.
Yeah.
So
on the website.
On the website.
On the website. So you got to go there.
Hop in the chat. So let's get started, Jay. Let's get started.
Send it up.
What do you bring to the table? No. Yeah.
No.
Why do we hate being asked that question?
I feel
I can tell you why.
The reason I don't like the question is it feels like I'm at an interview.
Yes.
Instead of being on a date.
Because I recently had that conversation with someone. Mm-hmm. They asked, like, why do you hate being, like, why do women hate that? It's because I'm not interviewing for a position in your life. Either you want me in your life or you don't.
And
but
no, I mean, like,
ain't that what that is? Ain't that what dating is?
Dating is to me, dating is the process of getting to know someone.
Yeah.
And by asking a very open question, like you would get in an interview, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I don't know. I could be, are you talking about my personal life, my career goals, my like reach goals, my nearby ones? Like, I don't know what you're asking for. Yeah. And so when you come in with a blanket question like that over dinner, I don't even know what your favorite color. Do you have PTO, sir? Do you have a passport? Like, these are the questions I would rather you be asking.
Like, where have you traveled? Yes. Where's somewhere that you want to go? I don't like, what do you bring to the table? Because it's an interview question. And I think there has been a loss of the art of dating and courting.
Yes.
And when you're dating someone, and for me, who's not necessarily dating for marriage right now, but like dating for the fun of it, getting to know people. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes. Let me get myself together.
There it is. Maybe the drink hitting already.
It's hitting a little bit quick. But when you're doing that, the only way to get to know someone is to spend time with them. And I know there's this big thing of, I don't want to waste my time, but like, you don't know if you're going to waste your time. And I could give you a list. I could fill out your checklist.
Yep.
Of, okay, this is what I bring to the table. I bring A, I bring B, I bring C, I bring D, I bring E.
And you could not like me at all.
And you could not like who I am as a person.
Yes.
So what I bring to the table means nothing.
Yes.
You know, like, I mean, it means a lot, but not initially.
It's only a piece of what a person is. And the person that you're going to be dating, you going to have to get to know.
You're going to want all of them.
And their changes. And you asking me that on date number 1 through 3,
to me, it's at all. If I'm being honest, don't ask me that shit at all.
So wait. Don't ask you what exactly?
What do you bring to the table? There's a lot of different ways you can get that same information to check off on your list by having a regular conversation. And I just don't understand why this is... and maybe that's because we've lost the art of communication.
Okay, before we get to your communication. KK, you buy drinks just to get drunk with us? Cheers to you, KK. We love it.
Cheers.
Hey, Jay. And Vanna. Is that Vanna?
Yep.
Okay.
Perfect. Hey, Vanna. Hey, girl. We are instigators. I mean, you know it. I mean, what's
who we are.
Where's the fun in not instigating? You know, when you have a whole platform.
I'm built for your bullshit.
Yeah,
so like we were saying, you do lose the art of communication. Like courting, dating, getting to know, like that random phone call after work when you're just talking about your day. You can see like what you, and let me also say this. Dating is a two-way street.
Yes.
It's not just me having to like prove myself to you that you should be with me. I don't give a hot damn. Like, I'm at a point now, because my birthday's coming up, where I am who I am. Where my birthday's coming up.
There you go.
Where, you know, you are who you are. And I think part of me wants to know, are grown men and women having these conversations?
Like outside of social media?
Outside of social media, or are these like your early 20s?
I think
young ladies and young men having these conversations.
I feel like it's probably a mix. But you
I don't see a 40-year-old asking me that.
Well, a lot of people with age don't necessarily have sense. So you never know. And I've been in bars and overheard a lot of things from older folks. And I'm like, you 52 still doing this? That don't make sense. I don't understand.
Well, that's because nobody told him not to. Yeah. Or her. Shit.
Yes. Yeah. And it goes both ways. But you brought up a good point about having like just general conversation where you can actually see how somebody yeah, I see it. I fam. Little fam. Y'all know, hey, y'all. I know y'all watching.
You
so bringing up that conversation where, like, on your way home from work, and if somebody had a stressful day, that's how you see how they deal with anger. That's how you see how they deal with issues that come up. That's how you see how they interact with men, with women, older people, younger people, different races. Is when you can actually have a conversation and see firsthand who that person is. You going through that checklist and finding out what they bring to the table, that's not going to tell you how they react in a tough situation. They ain't gonna tell you they an abuser. What do you bring to the table? These hands? I don't think that's coming up on the date. Like, that just don't make sense. That's something you find out.
Is it?
Well,
and then when do you ask, have you ever abused a woman? Like, is that a first date, second, third date kind of question?
I think that's the first date. You might need to ask it on first date. Don't let
Do you have kids?
Don't let
Are you married?
Okay.
Have you been convicted? I'm not even going to ask if you could been convicted because they might not have turned your ass in.
And you can also Maryland Judiciary case search it.
Well, yes, but if she has it, okay. If that person has
website. It's free information. Might save
you know
life.
what I heard? That's only a Maryland thing. It's only like Maryland people who will like judiciary. I saw a tweet.
Other states it works in. Not all of them, but
what
there are
other states does it work in?
I can't give you the list, but I will Google it for you and post it. I will let y'all know, but it might say.
In what state have you looked? Have you case searched?
Maryland. I've tried Virginia, and then of course Pennsylvania. Because Philly people, no offense, but some of the guys up there are crazy. And you got to be careful. And I watch a lot of true crime shows, and I'm like, I don't think I should go into any situation and not know what. You know what?
I don't think I've case searched anybody.
Well, that's good.
I mean, like not anyone I was like going on a date with.
No, I learned about it in college when this guy tried to talk to me, and he had some very scary charges. Thankfully, one of my cousins was like, "Hey, girl, I know so-and-so's trying to talk to you. You might want to case search that." And really? I was like, "Okay, yeah."
I want to know who it is now.
I know you're not. I want to know what the charges was.
What were the charges? Who was it?
Even if you
well, just give me like a clue.
Give
me a nickname. No, girl.
The guy?
Yeah.
I don't know. I ain't talked to him.
Oh, okay.
They were rape charges.
Wow.
Another first date question. Do you know what no means?
Let's talk about consent.
Are you familiar with consent?
Wow, that just got really deep.
Yeah, I mean, and I brought it up. I mean, this is, back when people were like DMing, like sending your DMs, and it's like, hey, flag on the play. You might need to look something up before you respond to this message.
Yeah. We have case searched some people you've gone out with.
We have.
Yeah.
After the fact, too.
After the fact,
things pop up after the fact. You'd be like, "Whoa, Jesus.
Can't do this.
Dodge.
Can't do this." But there have been situations where I remember one person in particular, you got clarifying information. Because there was like a child support issue. You got clarifying information.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can case search, but ask questions. There's nothing wrong with that. Unless it's very violent crimes. I think you might want to leave that alone, just period.
So, but do you think that they can be reformed? This is getting ready to take a turn, but we're going to bring it back to what you bring to the table. Because I'm not dating anyone who brings charges to the table. I'm just going to let you know.
That's what I'm
saying. Like of any kind?
See, here we go.
I'm just asking for
what kind of charges would you accept on the table? Battery, assault,
or bankruptcy,
fraud,
scamming. I'll ask. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I've dated a girl who was a scammer. I loved her till she went to jail again. You know what I'm saying?
Wait,
free.
Don't you know? No, don't y'all know. Don't y'all do it.
Free shorty.
Oh my gosh. Don't y'all do
Please
it.
clip that.
Don't y'all even think about doing it.
Listen, scammers need love too. Hello, Tinder swindler.
You're determined to get your Tinder swindler, aren't you?
I would at least get a little something out of it.
You feel
before
me?
I get swindled. I ain't gonna help. Listen.
Hey,
you gonna ask for some money, you ain't gonna get nothing.
No, boy.
Oh
I've dated a girl who actually. All right, this is gonna sound crazy.
Yeah,
so
it's already.
So I knew her. We was cool. You know what I'm saying? We was friends for like 2 years, a year, 2 years. I had moved to Cali, doing my Cali shit. You know what I'm saying? Went through school, the whole shebang. Just did my vibe, but did my whole vibe. But when I came back, she had got locked up. Mind you, we stayed in contact the whole time. Like I would actually talk to her and everything. But she got locked up because she got into it with her mother, and her mother set her mother's house on fire.
So we're scamming
so
and
the charges
arson.
were arson. Not
It wasn't
necessarily scamming.
fraud. It was arson.
It was arson and intent to endanger, attempted murder.
Yeah, attempted murder at that point.
Assault. I don't.
So for those of us who want to be on that table, that is what you can bring.
Yeah. If that's what you're into.
That is what you're into.
But
you know, some men like living on the edge. They like a little crazy.
They
Just
do.
a little bit.
I don't know why, but I liked it.
Razzle-dazzle.
I liked it.
You liked what?
I was
exactly?
younger. I was a little younger then, but
You
I liked it.
that she might like blow up your car?
No. See, but no matter what type of woman I dated, they knew goddamn well I'm not the one. You feel me? Like
Well,
I
if
feel
their
like you
mother
gotta
is the one, will make you not the one.
You know?
It's a level of respect that you build for people. Her mother ain't gonna beat her ass. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right. Put the mic down.
Listen for you.
Put the mic down.
Like we
The
said,
mic.
questions 1 or 2.
You need to ask.
But where are you on hitting
Be
women?
prepared where it goes.
Yeah. I mean, and then have an escape route. You know? Have a way. Did you get scammed?
Nah, I didn't get scammed. She actually was. She was like my partner in crime. I liked it.
So you two
I wanted to
were
learn.
scamming.
Shit. No. I wanted to learn. I ain't gonna lie to you, but I wasn't into that life because I was making money.
Okay.
I was a bartender,
Oh.
Okay.
so my money was good. You know what I mean? I just knew what it was when she showed up and gave me a tip.
Okay.
You didn't want to get her a job at the bar you were working at?
Listen, they got different lifestyles. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like I ain't say we was in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say we went that deep into it. But
That's messy. That's messy.
I don't know how can you trust a person that every week or every 2 weeks got to go to a whole nother state? Their whole life is shady. I really ain't about to.
I wouldn't trust it with my tips. I'm sorry.
But it's the I loved her part that really like throws me for a loop. Like
The L word is strong.
Yeah, the L word is strong. It's like trust and love to me go like
Hand in hand.
I mean, we
maybe
got
not
along.
at the same time, but like around the same time.
We got along perfectly. I just couldn't. I couldn't commit to a situation that was unstable.
Yeah,
because that
She
came
could
with
possibly go to
a
jail.
lifestyle. It's not even just that. I ain't give a fuck about that. That was her life. But it was just that lifestyle came with certain habits that I really couldn't commit to, if that makes sense. It was like, you live in the fast life, and I support it. I'm here for it. I'm in the fast life right now. You don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. We was perfect for each other at the moments of our lives that we crossed each other's paths.
Okay.
On the grain.
Yep. All right.
Somebody, they got y'all a good question.
Ooh. Are these now Slim?
Shout out Vanna. Free shorty.
Slim Mike.
Slim.
She said I'm here for the mess.
Yeah. My cousin. Get it, girl. So some question. What sets you apart from the competition? What makes you unique? How would you describe yourself to a blind man? See,
So these are all
questions.
questions to ask instead of thank you, Slim, for bringing us back.
Not the
because we
extra
went down a little
M's.
scamming route.
We went
that
down a
wanted to
scamming route.
Come back.
It was very
I'm sorry.
entertaining.
Very entertaining.
You know.
Those are all good questions that you should ask instead of what do you bring to the table?
And I think before, something that I don't think people do often is take a reflective look at themselves. And, you might have a checklist, but are you checking off your own checklist?
Oh, you want to go to break? Because we can come back in with that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Slim, you stay here. We're going to be right. We're going to be right back with you.
We sure will.
Don't you fret.
All right. So we're going to go pay some bills. We'll be right back. Tell a friend, hop them on the show, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
Hey, y'all, it's VJ.
It's James.
This is A Sip and a Shot on Plugged In Radio Network, and we are back from our commercial break.
Yep. And if you missed it before, our shot was the Big Bang. It had overproof rum, spiced rum, pineapple juice, triple sec, orange juice, a dash of bitters, and simple syrup.
Go, girl.
Run
Run that shit down.
That was wild.
And our sip is called Boy STFU.
Yep.
Because we're talking table talk.
We sure.
Okay, this has 3 different liqueurs. This has gold tequila, whiskey, spiced rum, razzmatazz lemonade, and a little bit of lemon lime juice to top it off.
And it is delicious. So
This
make
is
sure
good.
you check out our Instagram at A Sip and a Shot for the recipe and to watch how to make it. And then, of course, if you make it yourself or anything on our page, tag us and we'll repost you.
Yes. And let us know how it tastes. We love it. And this is a Sip and a Shot original. We made this up
Sunday, the same day that we make the drinks. Because we fly by the seat of our pants.
Then that's what makes the best, memories and drinks. Mm-hmm. Okay, so like we were saying, we were talking about table talk and the whole, what do you bring to the table? And why this pisses a lot of women off and why men want to ask this question.
Yeah. And now, can you bring back up the chat so I can see what Slim was saying?
Slim.
Yes. This is what I think men hear when they are asking the question. And you know what?
Read the questions for those who don't. Okay. One more time. So this is what I hear. This is what I think men hear when they are asking the questions. And the questions were, what sets you apart from the competition? What makes you unique? And how would you describe yourself from a blind man to a blind man? And that would be amazing if those are the questions that were actually being asked. Would it?
Know? Yeah.
Would you want, first off, I don't want.
Yeah,
okay, I was going to say, I'm not competing for you. And I think what has really, what's the word I'm looking for, is really lost upon a lot of men. I'm not going to say all men, but some men, especially the men that ask this, what makes you the prize? And I think in the past, women are still currently the prize. And I think that might be a little bit forgotten. And it's okay for a gentle reminder every once and again. Just a gentle one. Like, what sets you apart from the competition? What sets you apart? Well, what sets me apart is I'm not competing for you. Whoever wants you.
Whoever you choose to be with, that's your decision. Because I'm not competing. And when we say not competing, if somebody else can have you and you're supposed to be, you were not my man in the first place. And that's the energy that I'm going to have with it.
If you ever want to talk to anyone else or date anyone else,
just say that.
Just say that.
Just say that.
And I think what the fear is, we've talked about that before, that you're going to lose out on something. You might not lose out on my time. Mm-hmm. Because I might still stick around. Like, you might be fun. You might be cool to get along with. But I'm going to take you out of the category of potential.
Yeah. Just let me know where to put
respect.
You. That's it. And I think that's what a lot of people forget about the whole dating situation is that it doesn't always have to end in something serious. Mm-mm. It would be nice if it does, but everybody's not meant for everybody and all timing is not right for everyone.
Yeah.
But give people the ability to choose whether or not they like you and they want to hang out with you, and then let them place you in the category they want to.
Exactly.
Yeah. And now you might not agree with your category placement, but that's not up to you.
But that's not up to you. That's not your life.
Okay.
And you don't, for anyone who feels like they have to prove, because I had this issue before where I kind of had this idea in my mind that they thought that I needed to prove myself to them.
Yes.
And I had the idea that they needed to prove themselves to me. And that's never going to work. Like that it's never going to work. You're going to be two ships passing in the night.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Where it's just like, this is who I am. Take it, leave it, find yourself somewhere around there.
Yes.
And you'll be, it makes for a better friendship than anything.
Yeah.
Because what the fuck am I, who are you? And I think that's the thing. And when we left off on the break, Jamie was talking about, do you check off your own checklist?
Yeah. And I think that's very important when you're asking somebody to fulfill something in your life. Like, just like people think another person's supposed to be able to make you happy. You got to come in happy. Because nobody else is going to be able to sustain your happiness except for yourself. So if
we learned that from Will and Jada.
We're going to talk about Hollywood polygamy next week. So we can sprinkle on that.
We'll wait on that. Lessons we learned from Will and Jada.
But you have to be able to self-sustain without, because somebody else in your life, there's going to be changes. There might be friction. There might be good times. They might not be in a good mood. So if you're leaning on them completely for your happiness, baby, you're going to have a tough time.
Yeah.
And
no one's completely happy all the time.
Yes.
And that's a lot of pressure to put on one person. Mm-hmm. Like, that's a lot of pressure to put on your partner. Now, should they aid in your happiness? Should they add to your happiness? Of course.
Yeah.
But should they be your sole... What's the word I'm looking for? Your soul, like...
Your battery pack?
Battery pack for happiness? Hell no. And I hate to say this, but for anything in your life. Now, this, of course, comes with age.
Yes.
Because when we were younger, of course, you wanted, like, he's my forever.
Yes.
He fulfills me. He
makes me so
completes
happy.
me.
Oh, my God.
Listen, sis.
And then that first time he make you mad, you be in the friend room crying. Girl, I just don't know what I did.
What happened? How did we even get here? Listen.
How we got here.
Dry your eyes, sweetheart, okay?
It's okay.
Dry your eyes and get up. Stand up. You'll be okay.
Up.
You'll be okay. And that's for men and women. I think sometimes when we talk, of course, we're speaking on behalf of women. But what I've learned is men go through the same thing, and they don't always have the avenue to talk about those feelings of feeling like, just like heartbroken.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Yeah. You know what?
What?
Speaking of, do you check your own list off?
Mm-hmm.
Do you check the stuff off of your list for yourself?
Mm-hmm.
There was a TikTok when not this whole, but it was one of those, like, what do you bring to the table conversations. And this girl stitched the TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And she basically said, I feel like I'm slurring my words, so hopefully it's coming in clear, right?
You sound good to me,
Okay,
but my ears
perfect.
might be slurred.
Not my ears slur.
And she responded saying, if I'm honest, I don't know what I bring to the table.
Mm-hmm.
That was very, like, I don't think a lot of women were prepared for it. And part of me thinks a lot of women don't, now, not all, but a lot of women don't answer that question because they don't know the answer themselves.
Right. I think, and we don't talk on absolutes in here. And if you hear us say all, we don't mean all. So save your argument.
We don't even mean half, if we're being honest.
Save your argument for somebody else, okay?
Yes.
Unless you want to comment and drive up the comments and repost it, you can argue all you want. But I think that's a good point, or like that's a different aspect. Another talk about having self-reflection. If you are out there dating, this is why I brought up the whole checking off your own checklist. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like, okay, what do I feel like I bring to the table? Because if you don't know who you are as a person and what you're looking for as a person, when you step out into the dating world, you're going to be just gonna be in a grocery store hungry. Yeah. And that means you taking home everything. And you like, I don't know why I got this Lunchable pizza kit. I was just hungry. I don't need another dozen eggs. We already have a dozen at home. You just picking stuff up and you just going along like, dang, that look good. Yeah, he look good. She look good. But they might not be good for you or your bank account. Now. Honestly.
Your analogies. I just wasn't prepared
Top
for
of the
it.
dome.
I just was not
one thing I
prepared
can
for
do
the
is analogies. They just spew out of me.
I forgot what I was going to say to it, but yeah, the analogy was...
But that's real. Like, if you
it's
go
very
out
real.
without your shopping list or knowing what you need and ill-prepared.
Yeah, or if you define yourself to someone.
Yeah.
Because I think that's also what happens. I'm so-and-so's sister. I'm so-and-so's friend. I'm so-and-so's girlfriend. Oh, you date so-and-so? Yep. When that ends, who was there?
You know what?
What?
Crazy thing that happened in college when I was dating somebody crazy.
Uh-oh.
We got into a big argument about something that I wanted to do on campus for myself. Mm-hmm. And his concern was people are going to be like, oh, you're dating so-and-so. Or you're dating that girl that does X, Y, and Z. And he was just like, well, I don't want you to do it.
Do something because of how it might look.
Yeah, and it's not a negative thing. It was like,
just go ahead and say what it was.
Joining a sorority. That. Okay.
I was wondering where this is going.
Okay.
I know. I was like,
the hell up
as I
for a
was saying it, I was like, this sounds wild.
Yeah, like, what would you join on
like,
campus?
Oh my gosh, she's
like,
joining a prostitution ring. She's going to be an accountant on campus.
What would reflect poorly on?
And it wasn't that it reflected poorly.
Like
it was just that the attention was going to be, instead of she's your girlfriend, you're dating this girl.
He didn't want you to have your own identity.
Yes.
He wanted to be your
I don't
identity.
like that.
Yes.
I don't like that.
Well, you know what?
Get you, none of us did.
Okay.
So, none of us liked it.
See, but honestly, on the sidebar, there are some women who want that. They don't want to think. They don't want to do that. I met a woman who said, I don't like picking my meals. I'm like, I don't even know what you like. Like, this is our first dating. You don't like picking your meals? Like, what? I get it. You might have just got out of a relationship. But how the fuck if I'm taking us to a seafood place, actually you like seafood, you say yay. All right, we pick seafood, we go out. I order crab legs, mussels, shrimp. Should I eat? Yeah. I get 2 of them. You don't like to eat. Well, then as halfway through the meal, I really prefer lobster and
no, you keep your mouth shut and you eat.
Exactly.
And you eat everything.
Exactly.
You eat everything on your plate.
Yeah, but it's like some people tie themselves to such an that's what made me think about it. I forgot about that whole whole argument. I was like, what does this have to do with you? This is for me.
I agree.
That's a red flag. That's a red flag.
There was a lot of them.
Yeah.
That's a red flag.
Y'all open your eyes.
Yeah. Good morning.
See it.
If somebody, that's a different. We already did red flags. Jesus, I'm going to go into a whole.
That's a whole show.
Sermon about red flags and crazy people. But if you don't know who you are, you won't be able to present who you are to anybody, no matter what question they're asking you.
And you know what? Ooh. Okay, this is
man. Listen. When
we're getting deep. We're getting deep. As far as knowing who you are, like we expressed a couple of episodes ago, I have been in therapy. Like we've all done therapy, but I've been in therapy over the past year and just didn't understand why I felt the way I felt, why I was where I was. And the one thing the therapist said to me, my therapist, who I love, Dr. T, special shout out to her. She was saying that you feel this way, or you held on so long to something because all of your foundations and who you defined yourself as crumbled. Yeah. Like your parents' marriage, gone. Yeah. Your friends creating their own lives. Because I was like super close to I still am very, very, very close to my friends. But very close to my friends. But your friends grow and they get lives of their own. Like that crumbles. And then my past relationship, that crumbles. So I'm like holding on so tightly to everything that I can hold on to because this is what I define myself as. When in actuality, you let the shit go and you really become who you are. Like you get to let that out and it doesn't hurt. Because when you hold on to things so tight, it hurts. Yeah. And it's like, that's why we can say, be who you are and present who you are and be okay with that because the shit doesn't hurt. Yeah. Like it just doesn't hurt.
The other piece to being who you are is that when you actually get in a relationship with someone and you, hey guys, listen, we said the drink was good. Okay, and we refilled on the commercial break.
We did. Did.
Don't be judging me. You should have refilled your cup too.
Cheers to us.
Cheers to us. So the part of being yourself and getting in a relationship with someone else is if you're not presenting who you are, like this is what happens like honeymoon stage, or people pass that 3-month mark, they get to that 6-month mark, and you're like, I don't even know who you are as a person because they were presenting this perfect storybook princess version of themselves instead of being who they are, and then you're standing there like.
This is not who I met and fell in love with.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Anybody who's too perfect at hello, if they're like too perfect at hello, I don't trust them. I gotta wait. Like I'm going slow as hell emotionally if that makes sense, because they could be a motherfucking spy.
I feel like they might be. She might be a sparrow,
a red sparrow.
Okay. And closed mouths don't. You got to ask for what you want, say what you want, be who you are, open yourself up. And I think another piece that comes into this is sometimes being who you are is really scary.
Yeah, because if you're judged on it or someone doesn't like you, then they're not disliking your representative. They're disliking who you are. Yeah. But for me, it's like, if you don't like me, it's 9.9 times out of 10, it's something wrong with you. But that's just who I am.
That's like that TikTok where it's like, I'm gorgeous. If you think that I am, you are blind. You cannot see.
Not even like physically. Like I think of, toot. I'm a dope ass person. So I'm like, if you don't get along with me, because I decided I'm going to stop using I'm a nice person, because there are a lot of like nice people who or quote unquote nice people who aren't nice. But, I'm a dope ass person, and I like me.
Yes.
And I think when you like you, when someone asks you, what do you bring to the table? For me, it's like when you get to know me, you'll realize everything on your imaginary table that you wanted, didn't know you wanted, really needed, comes with me. Shit.
That's accurate. You know what? I think so that made me think of two things. And this might be the alcohol. Number one, somebody might be asking, what do you bring to the table? And if you think about it, if somebody's like, oh, what do you bring to dinner? Like he brought up and they want Mexican and you bring Italian. What the fuck? Because you didn't say anything.
Because you didn't say anything.
You didn't say anything. There's no
what I like if you ain't going to tell me what you like.
Okay, there's no leading question. There's no introductory statement into being like, oh, well, I like X, Y, and Z. Do you like that too? Because they could hate Mexican food. And baby, we got a problem if that's the case.
Side note.
And then, two, I think I forgot it. The whole like food thing, I was like, yo, somebody asking you to bring something to the table you don't know what they're looking for is wild.
Yeah.
It's wild.
And I wonder.
You're not even in the Christmas list.
That's
now,
the
let me
first
ask you
dates
this.
for. I want to figure out if I even like you. Then after that, I'll start figuring out where you trying to go. I want to know how that spirit.
So it's a difference in like
dance like
where are you trying to go
Yeah.
versus what do you bring to the table. Like I'm cool with the what. Not even.
I don't think
even like the what are your intentions conversations. Like what do you want from this?
I feel
That's
like I'm
not
asking
my
about my
thing.
daughter or my son or some shit.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know. I don't want to know your intentions. Fuck what you're gonna tell me. I want you to show me, and then I'll know what your intentions are within the first.
And if they align,
you feel me? Like good morning. How you doing?
I feel like sometimes people feel like because we talked about wasting. People don't want to waste their time, and I know for guys they get a lot of the pressure to pay for dates or social media would have you thinking every man got $1,000 to spend on a date, $200 on a date. Whatever. Every girl's being taken a Ruth Chris. Relax, okay?
You know what? We did see some young ladies this weekend. Because at first I was like, are people really like, do they think that way? We did see some young ladies this weekend who I could see them like requiring that like on the first date.
And I think one, you get into very weird territory when things get very materialistic. But, do you. Don't judge. Whatever.
Girl.
It's for you. But I think people forget that there's a great way to have a good time for the low.
Yeah.
And if you are somebody that if you're a dope person like us, then no matter what you're doing,
you're gonna have a good
time. And I think that's what people forget about dating. It's like you go out to have a good time. You could have an amazing time, and that person is not meeting those requirements on your checklist, but that doesn't mean they can't meet them a year down the line.
Or you're just supposed to be their friend.
Yes.
Like you're a dope person to be around, and you always like the Eventbrite is popping.
Yep.
And for me personally, if romantic feelings develop, then cool. But you gotta be a dope individual. But I think dope is the word for the year. You have to be a great, dope, fun, challenging, funny, a little bit crazy, can be goofy to even get to a romantic point. And that's why I don't like the what are your intentions conversations, or my intent is to date for marriage, because you don't even know if you want that from that person. You could meet someone and just they're like, this is just my friend, like he's cool.
Now,
she's cool.
Say, if your intention is just a stick and dip, you might want to say that first.
You don't have to.
No. I would say you should, because there's this weird, I'm going to call y'all weird, somewhat rapey section of the internet that feel like because that's what it is. If you take a woman out and you pay for anything, you deserve to get something at the end of the night.
Do people really still think that way?
I don't understand why people ever thought that way.
I don't
That's
understand
the most
why.
weirdest shit ever.
I mean,
I know why.
If I take you anywhere, if I take you to somewhere and spend I'm not saying that. First of all, this is what I'm saying. Pussy should have a price on it. What I take you, what I buy you, whatever. It shouldn't be that. I'm not about that. I'm not about that life. You know what I'm saying? I feel like niggas who do that extra shit be tricking.
Rapey.
You feel me? They got people who really don't know how to talk to a woman or be around a woman or a man, whomever they're interested in. They don't know how to express themselves emotionally or mentally. They attempt to have a more financial stability and they like to buy love, and if that makes sense. I don't want to be bought.
And there are some people that are out there like that, but I've seen comments in certain posts and TikToks and stuff like that where it's like, oh, well, you took her out and I don't understand why, she's acting weird when you ask her if she wants to come back. You don't owe anybody anything. Okay? I'm going to say that here if you've never heard it before. If your friends ain't telling you that, if your family's not telling you that, you don't owe anybody anything.
Unless you want to.
I mean, and that's not even owing them. That's a choice that you have made. Just because somebody paid for your dinner does not mean you owe them anything. Beyonce, they were singing that on Bills, Bills, Bills. Just because you bought me new shoes don't mean you got to blow up my phone.
You're not allowed to.
Okay? You're
not allowed to.
Please.
Now,
that's why I said they be tricking. They need to go ahead and
they have no
down.
Game, Vanna. Oh, you seen guys at...
She says she sees guys ask their friends for money to pay for dates.
Okay, now here's the tea. I ain't gonna tell y'all where she work, but she work in a restaurant. Okay.
I'll also say I'm not mad. If I'm being honest, I'm not mad at that. If you want to show me a good time, but you can't financially do it.
No, that's what we were saying before.
But that doesn't mean I owe you anything.
No, but it's also if you are setting a standard, this is what people were saying about the $200 dates.
Oh.
If you set that standard for the $200 date every time she goes out, where are you going next? This is what my mother has said. She was like, okay, you buy
I
gift
agree.
for $500 year one.
Well, where are you going from there? Yeah. But I'm saying, if he don't have no cash and it's a $30 thing, or something's going on with, I'm not going to trip because he asked his friend for the money.
No.
I don't know.
But if you go out, if you planning on going out, you're like, oh yeah, baby girl, I'm going to take you to Lardente, knowing you ain't got no money, you trying to ask your homeboys for
honestly,
money. Let's go somewhere else,
sir. I've been in this.
But
I've
it
been
depends
in this
on the
situation.
caliber of woman. Well, not caliber, but it depends on the type of woman you want to
No,
be.
no, you said it right. It does depend on the caliber of woman that they think or you think or they think they are.
That's not what I said. Actually,
he was like, "Let me fix this sentence for you."
Not what I said. Actually, that is not at all what I said.
Let me text that real quick.
That is not what I said.
Man, let me fix this for y'all real quick.
That is not at all what I said. For the record.
Y'all heard her out there too, y'all. Y'all heard it.
That's not what I said. It depends on the caliber or type, not even caliber, but type of woman that you are trying to impress. But the other thing is, don't step up to the plate if you can't knock that shit out the park.
Nah,
okay, because you're going to end up broke and then be crying.
She not going to care because she going to be on to the next.
And mad at women for wanting your money. You ain't got no money. That's another thing you see on the internet.
Jesus.
Oh, she's a gold digger. What gold do you have to dig?
Not even.
My grandmama tooth.
Okay.
If that.
If
that. Not 2 pennies to rub together. Talk about gold digging. Baby, you need to dig for the gold too.
Okay.
That's where we're at with it.
See,
okay?
that's what I'm trying to do. That's why I took your ass on 3 days, and now I'm trying to dig for some gold. You ain't trying to let a nigga dig.
And I think a lot of people forget.
So ridiculous.
Everybody's getting ready to put the drinks down. Everybody is getting ready to put the drinks
Everybody's
down.
going to log off in a few minutes.
I think the other thing is what a lot of men don't want to realize is a lot of women are making more money than
I was
them.
about to say the same
So
thing.
in actuality, they are the gold diggers.
And I think, and that's the
Wow,
crazy part to me. I was going to say that. I was like, y'all's feelings might be hurt. The gold that you think we're digging for, we already have.
We already have it locked.
And we said, okay, I'm not going to lie. We've had a hard time not talking to each other about this.
We have. We was like, no, not anymore.
Nope.
Yeah.
And we also brought up, and you see this a lot on social media, is that the fact that compared to historical relationships, you making a lot of noise over there.
Historical
compared to historical relationships, at this point, because women are now working and a lot of women are independent and they can buy their own home, they can buy their own car, they can make their own schedule, they don't have to stay home or in relationships with people that they don't want to.
Yeah.
A lot of women are dating you because they like you.
That's it.
And if you are unlikable and all you have is your money, and all you have is your nice car that you drive or your big house that you're in, and you can't understand why you're an asshole.
Your personality sucks.
You're garbage. If
that's what you're bringing to the table.
Yeah.
A garbage personality.
A garbage. Like, you could have everything on a financial checklist. Like, I'm sure your bank account looks really nice, but if you are an ass,
yeah, she don't have to deal with you,
and she doesn't want to deal with you, then it's like, what I don't know what to do. She's a gold digger, or women don't know what they want, or I'm a nice guy. Just because you're nice, you could be annoying
as hell. Because we've met a lot of nice guys.
There are a lot of nice.
There's a lot of nice guys. And, sometimes I regret not, regret is a very strong, very, very loosely term. Not going out with a nice guy.
I have.
You know which nice guy I'm talking about? Oh, I know which nice guy you gone out with.
Yes. I mean, they're not terrible, but it's just kind of like.
That's all you have to bring is that you're nice. But
your personality could be dead.
We're getting ready to tell on each other, but we don't like nice guys like that. I mean, we like kind men.
Yes.
But we don't like the quote unquote nice guys. Like I like for my man to,
I'm not even gonna go there with you. All right.
Ew.
All right.
I'm just looking at that. Okay.
Yep. I'm not even looking at you. I'm looking straight at the camera. Straight there. Hello, camera.
Like we were saying,
camera.
A lot of
and not trying to look at the TVs to see where my actual camera was. I feel like I'm on The Office.
Like we were saying, a lot of times. Just gotta get
your nose together. Guys, we're so entertaining.
Oh God. I can't.
Listen, all the nice guys are idiots, but all right. Yeah. Okay.
All the nice guys are idiots, but like we were saying, a lot of times, a lot of men who are asking that, they're not also saying what they're bringing to the table.
Yeah.
Or whatever the hypothetical table is, and it's like, what else can you provide other than sex? And it's like, if that's all you think women bring to your life, or anyone can add to your life, then that's on you.
You said you want a thug.
I
like a soldier. Listen, Destiny's Child is
we were listening to Destiny's Child all the way here. But I hate us. I think I'm ready to wrap it up. Honest to God, I think I'm ready to wrap it up.
And I would like to, I think the only, I mean, there's a lot more that could be said about the conversation. I feel like we should do a part 2. Not next week, but I think we'll do like later
2.
on at some point. Yeah. But the table that I'm more concerned about is the table that gets other black people in the arena to make money, to be at the top of their game. Like, if you want to worry about a table, be at a table of success, not this relationship. Okay. That's what I was going with.
I was like, are you bringing more than one person to your party?
No.
Oh, okay.
And that's right. Like, I eat, you eat type of table.
Okay.
Not the, like, y'all worried about a table for a relationship and you not bringing nothing.
Yeah.
I think most men that ask that are hurt. They were just hurting their past, and
we don't have nothing to do with that.
I get that. They should not bring their old baggage. No male or female, should bring their baggage into your next relationship. I see it done more often than not, but at the end of the day,
I think that's unrealistic, but keep going.
To not bring your old baggage into your new one. Mm-hmm. I don't think that's unrealistic. I think you're supposed to give. That's why you're supposed to be single for a while. Heal. You can heal, you can fuck with people, but you don't have to get in a full-fledged relationship with them still being
I think
PTSD.
Your experiences can shape different things, and you have to know what to apply and what not to apply. But I think any experience you have with anyone you're dating is going to affect who you date next.
I
mean, it's realistic. Yeah. Did you deal with another scammer?
I would if they would have liked me. You know what I'm saying?
See?
I mean, because like I said, the time wasn't bad. We were good together. You feel me? It's just I was busy, she was busy. It's just that,
and sometimes the Lord holds
spirits.
You back.
Yeah, it was really the gods that really to stop that shit from going anything better than it was.
Mm-hmm. Get your ass back over here.
Yeah, like hold on, nigga. My angels probably protected me and set her up. I don't fucking know. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, it was a good time for me. I'm not saying. See, my thing is that I'm not. As long as they don't want to make that like their life, if I meet you at a point where you gotta do what you gotta do to get where you gotta get, I'm gonna support you regardless. Now, depending on what you're doing to get where you gotta get, depends on what bucket or bracket you get put in.
Well, see, ladies,
You feel me? Nah, I ain't
There's
what you want me to say.
Don't-
If I
don't
meet you and you
share-
prostitute
don't
and we
put
just
everything.
friends, I don't even want to hit the. You know what I'm saying?
They bringing plastic plates to the table, asking what I'm bringing to the table. Real deal. Listen, my family be lit.
Your family is OC.
So what if the plates? What if the? I don't know. Ain't nothing wrong with plastic plates. I was really gonna say styrofoam.
Ain't
but,
nothing wrong with plastic plates at a cookout.
Because I ain't gotta
And you
wash
ain't getting
dishes.
plastic at Ruth Chris,
I mean,
and that's the difference.
what kind of boxes they put your to-go food in?
Not plastic, because that's illegal.
Oh Lord.
Nah, I'm fucking with y'all.
Listen, what you take home, that's different.
Hey, listen.
what you
eat
brought to
on.
the table
I think
is one thing.
we can all agree that everyone should bring something to whatever your metaphorical table is. Don't sit at a table where you don't eat, though. If you're not being fed, don't sit at that table.
And it's okay that if you're not ready for a real table, you get the cookout legs going and you eat by yourself.
Eat
Good
back,
morning.
like set your table up nice, and then you know what? Tables can move, so it's easier to push a table together.
Get your picnic
But not to.
basket.
Get your picnic basket.
All right, y'all, because they have finished their drinks, so we're gonna close out this show before it
Little
takes
ASMR.
any more of a. There it is. Before it takes any more of a turn. This is fun with you tonight, friend.
Yeah, girl. And it's just us again next week,
I'm
I
here.
believe.
Hello, how y'all doing?
And our producer
mean,
KB.
our
Special
producer
shout out to
KB.
KB's listening party. We had so much fun. Congratulations on the album. Can't wait to see what that continues to do.
Thank you.
It is. I was getting ready to be like, it's your girls, VJ, but that's not even us because it's 9:30 and time to go to bed.
Yeah.
It's VJ.
James.
And this is
A sip
and a shot. Bye.